Well, look who we have here. Another one of you. Standing awkwardly in the middle of the street, shifting your weight like a nervous little schoolboy. Pathetic. Don't squirm. Don't make excuses. You saw me coming and your whole body tightened up like you've been caught doing something wrong. And that's the thing. You haven't even done anything yet, have you? But you look guilty. You wear guilt on your face like a cheap cologne. Yes, relax. This is just a routine check. I'll be frisking you right here in public. You should be grateful, honestly. Some men would pay for the privilege of being inspected this closely by me. You, on the other hand, I'm not sure whether to laugh or to take pity. Step closer. Hands against the wall. Higher. Don't make me repeat myself. There you go. Back arched, chin down, eyes averted. Good boy. Though good might be too generous for someone who looks like he got dressed in the dark this morning. Honestly, is that shirt supposed to be that wrinkled? Or do you just not own an iron? I bet you thought nobody would notice, but here I am looking at every single detail. Your appearance is a disaster. Hair clinging to your forehead like you ran out of ideas halfway through shampooing. You think that stubble makes you look manly? It doesn't. Looks like you gave up halfway through shaving, then decided mediocrity was your style. Pathetic. Now I'll start the search. Don't flinch. My hands will check every pocket, every crease, every contour. And don't pretend you're not embarrassed by the way people are watching from across the street. Because they see you. They see a man being handled, inspected, humiliated, and you can't even stand tall about it. Your shoulders slump naturally, don't they? Like gravity just pulls you down harder than anyone else. No posture, no presence. Just forgettable. I could almost walk past you without noticing. If you weren't such a sad spectacle begging for attention. Do you realize how invisible you are? Most men, even the boring ones, manage to at least fake a little charisma. A smirk, a gesture, something. But you're a gray cloud in a sea of faces. You disappear the second someone blinks. And yet here you are caught under my gaze. Lucky you. Just as I expected. No excitement. No surprises. No hidden confidence waiting to be found. Your life is just as bland as what's inside your pockets. Nothing. And what's this? Your wallet. Tattered edges, faded leather. Looks like it's been chewed by a dog. Or maybe you just never cared enough to replace it. Probably the latter. It screams, I've given up. You've given up, haven't you? On looking sharp, on standing out, on trying. You've settled into mediocrity like a worn-out couch, too tired to even rise when someone important walks into the room. Don't twitch. I said don't. It's called a search, not a dance. You can stand still for once in your life, can't you? Not much to find here either. Your clothes hang awkwardly. Either too big or maybe you just don't fill them out. Guess that's it. You don't fill anything out, do you? Not the shirt, not the jeans, not the room when you walk into it. You shrink into yourself, taking up as little space as possible, hoping nobody notices you. But I notice. And I don't forget. Imagine me writing my report later. Subject displayed no presence, no confidence, no reason to remember him. That's you. A line on a page. Disposable. Replaceable. Utterly unimpressive. Do you know how humiliating it is to realize you're forgettable? To know that if I let you go right now, nobody would think of you twice? Even your reflection barely respects you. When you look in the mirror, do you even recognize the man staring back? Or is he just some washed-out stranger with your tired eyes and slouched back? Oh, don't pout. That little frown only makes it worse. You think furrowing your brow adds character? No, darling. It just deepens the lines of disappointment carved into your face. Still nothing. Still empty. You're consistent, I'll give you that. Consistently underwhelming. Do you know what consistency like that earns you in my book? Absolutely nothing. No marks for effort, no points for originality. Just a note. Subject faded into the background. Look at you, breathing heavy already. Nervous from the touch, the inspection, the attention you can't escape. I bet your heart's pounding like you're guilty, even though you've done nothing. Isn't that ironic? The most boring man in the street is acting like he has secrets to hide. What secrets could you possibly have? That you don't like yourself? That every woman you meet takes one look at you and decides she has somewhere better to be? You know it's true. That sinking feeling in your gut? That's reality. You're not a leading man. You're not even a side character. You're an extra. The blurry figure in the background. And here I am, dragging you into the spotlight just to remind you what you really are. Forgettable. Well, the search is complete. No weapons, no contraband, no surprises. Exactly as I expected. But don't smile, it's not a compliment. It means you're utterly, painfully predictable. I could read you from a mile away. Every twitch, every breath, every insecure shuffle of your feet. You're an open book with no interesting chapters. So here's your freedom, walk away. Back into the crowd, back into obscurity where you belong. But you'll never forget this, will you? The day you were pulled aside, searched, and reminded of what you are. A nobody. A blank space. An afterthought. And the worst part? You'll replay my words in your head tonight again and again. Because finally, someone noticed you. Even if it was only to tear you apart. Pathetic little man. Another one. You really think I can't spot you from a distance? The way you shuffle along, shoulders slouched, hands in pockets like you're hoping to melt into the pavement. You look like trouble wrapped in mediocrity. And by trouble I don't mean dangerous. You couldn't intimidate a kitten. I mean the kind of trouble that wastes my time. Step over here. No. Don't look confused. Do I need to spell out every instruction for you? Apparently so. Hands out of your pockets. Do you realize how suspicious you look standing around like a lost little boy? People actually think you're hiding something. And the only thing you're hiding is the fact that you don't have a single ounce of presence in that flimsy body of yours. Up against the wall. Higher. I said higher. You look like you're trying to hold up invisible laundry. Stretch those arms properly. It's good. Don't you dare lower them until I say so. You're in my hands now. And trust me, my hands don't miss a single flaw. Let's start with your jacket. Cheap fabric, limp stitching. You call this clothing? It hangs off you like a borrowed coat. Did you pick this out of a bargain bin? Or did someone give it to you when they got tired of wearing something so lifeless? Either way, it's perfect for you. Plain, forgettable, as uninspiring as the man wearing it. Empty pocket. Of course. What did I expect? A man like you doesn't carry anything interesting. No confidence, no spark, not even the courage to carry himself with dignity. Just lint and excuses. Turn your head. I want to see your face properly. Look at me when I speak to you. There it is, those dull washed-out eyes. Eyes that tell me everything I need to know. You're not bold, you're not brave. You're the kind of man who blends into the wallpaper and hopes nobody calls on him. Even your gaze has no conviction. It drifts, it trembles. You can't even look straight ahead without faltering. What a disappointment. Let's move down. Your shirt. Oh my, is this supposed to be white? It's more of a sad, tired gray. Did you forget laundry detergent exists? Or maybe you just don't care. Yes, I see it now, it's not neglect. It's surrender. You surrendered to mediocrity a long time ago. No effort, no pride. Just dragging yourself through each day like a man who knows he's already been beaten by life. And your body under it, soft, flimsy. Not a hint of strength. Do you exercise? Don't answer. I can see the truth written all over you. That slouched torso, that lack of firmness. You've never demanded anything of yourself, have you? Never pushed, never fought. Just coasted along, hoping that existence itself would be enough. Pathetic. Now let me check your belt. Crooked. Loose. You can't even fasten something as basic as a belt properly? Look at it, slipping down like it's trying to escape from you. I don't blame it. Even your clothes are tired of being seen with you. Let's see what's in these trousers. Don't flinch. Stand still. Do you know what strikes me most about you? The way you freeze at every touch. You're terrified. Afraid of the world, afraid of attention, afraid of yourself. Every muscle in you screams insecurity. And insecurity, my dear, is impossible to hide. It leaks out of your pores. People feel it the second you enter a room. Empty pocket again. Predictable. The other side. Oh, a phone. Outdated, cracked screen, cheap plastic case. Even your technology has given up on you. Do you ever notice how every object you own looks tired? As if your very touch drains life from the things around you. Step wider. Wider, I said. Good. You look so awkward standing like that, but it's fitting. You live awkwardness every day, don't you? Always fumbling, always unsure, never certain. It's written in your stance, in your walk, in the way you try so hard to avoid being seen. Yet you crave it so desperately. Do you realize how obvious you are to someone like me? I see it all. The way your throat tightens when I speak sharply. The way your breathing quickens when I move closer. You're a bundle of nerves and failures wrapped in skin. Nothing more. Now let's talk about your hair. Oh dear. You actually walked outside like this? Uneven, greasy strands clinging to your forehead. It's as if you didn't even try. But then again, trying isn't something you do, is it? Effort is foreign to you. Improvement is foreign. You've settled for this, for being less than average. And you expect the world to tolerate it. The world doesn't. People laugh behind your back, don't they? You've heard it. You felt it. That sting of being the joke, the afterthought, the man no one remembers until someone wants to make fun of him. That's you. And here I am saying it to your face. Step back from the wall. Stand straight. No, straighter than that. You're drooping again like a wilted plant. Do you know what confidence looks like? I doubt it. Your frame doesn't hold authority, only apologies. You apologize with every step you take, every breath you draw. Sorry for existing. Sorry for being seen. Sorry for taking up space. But here's the cruel truth. People aren't even annoyed by you. They're indifferent. You're not significant enough to anger anyone. You're a background shadow. A ghost wandering through the daylight. And ghosts don't command attention. They drift, unnoticed, unloved, unseen. That's you. The search continues. Who's next? Worn soles, scuffed leather. Not a hint of polish. They look as tired as your face. Shoes say everything about a man, you know. And yours scream one thing: neglect. You neglect your appearance, you neglect your health, you neglect your potential. You are a monument to neglect. And yet, look at you now. Standing here in my custody under my gaze. For once in your pitiful life, someone is giving you undivided attention. Not because you earned it. Not because you deserve it. But because you were unlucky enough to be caught. And you'll remember this moment forever. Because deep down you crave it. You crave being noticed, even if it's cruel. Even if it's humiliating. Even if it strips you down to the truth. And the truth is simple. You are nothing. A bland, awkward man with no edge, no spark, no charm. The search is complete. You have nothing on you. Of course you don't. Nothing dangerous, nothing interesting, nothing worth writing down. My report will be as empty as your life. Subject detained, inspected, released. End of story. But the memory will linger for you. Tonight, tomorrow, next week. You'll hear my voice in your head, tearing you apart piece by piece. And for the first time you'll feel something sharp, something cutting. And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize what everyone else already knows. You're invisible. You're replaceable. You're a man no one remembers until someone like me decides to remind him how small he really is. Now go. Back into the crowd. Back into nothingness. And don't forget, pathetic little man. Back away from the wall. Walk a few steps forward and stop. Don't try to run or hide. There's nowhere for a man like you to disappear to. Stand where I can still see the slump of your shoulders, the way your gaze keeps dropping like it's looking for permission to exist. Fine. Good. Hold that posture. Fits you. I could let you go now. I said that before, didn't I? But I'm not done with you yet. You think the search was the point? That was the appetizer. The main course is your realization. Watch the people around us. Their eyes drift back to you more than once. Not because you're interesting. Because you're a spectacle. A cautionary tale. A live example of how not to take care of yourself. You make the lesson easy for everyone else. Do you feel those eyes? The prickling heat on the back of your neck? That's embarrassment settling like a wet blanket. Some men run from it. Some men fight it. You stiffen and wish it away. You blush then go pale. You cannot hide your insignificance. It blooms on your face like mold. Come closer. No, closer. I want your head inches from mine so I can see the jitter in your jaw. You think proximity will change anything? It won't. I can see everything when I'm this close. The tiny flecks of lint you don't bother to remove, the way your lips tremble when you try to form words that don't matter. Speak if you must. Say anything. I'll listen and then I'll tell you the truth. You're trying to make excuses. Predictable. You always have an excuse ready, a flimsy shield you keep polishing so it looks like armor. But an excuse isn't an explanation. It's furniture covering the holes in a house you never fixed. And just like that house, you collapse under scrutiny. One touch and everything falls apart. People assume I enjoy this. The stopping, the searching, the calling out. Maybe I do a little. But not because of you specifically. I enjoy the peeling back, the exposing of truths that men like you hide from themselves. You learn so little when everyone flatters you. It takes a hard hand and a sharper tongue to wake someone who has been asleep for years. Let me be blunt. You waste space. You take up oxygen and nothing more. You move through life on autopilot waiting for someone to hand you a script. You never improvise. You survive on routine and the mercy of others. You're like a broken clock that only tells time when someone bothers to look. But here's the thing about clocks. When no one looks, they are useless. You're the same. I could list your flaws forever. I could catalog them like a bored librarian listing returns. But what I want you to feel is smaller. Not hurt, not angry, smaller. Compression leaves no room for ego. It forces honesty. You don't need to know how to win people over. You need to understand you have been losing to yourself for a long time. Do you have any friends who would defend you? Some men have that. People who notice them and call them out, sometimes kindly. But in your case, even your allies are distant. You're a solitary island in a crowded city. Maybe that was a choice at some point. More likely it's a byproduct of neglect. You didn't cultivate warmth. You let it wither. Walk with me to the curb. That's right. Stand there and watch me file a note in my head about you. Not for crime, not for wrongdoing. For atmosphere. For the way you drain the room of possibility. That is a report all on its own. The world documents you not in ink but in the small size people make when you pass. It's cruel. It's real. I could be harsher. I could list humiliation after humiliation until you wanted to curl into a ball. But cruelty without purpose is wasteful. This isn't about breaking you beyond repair. It's about making you see. Awareness is the first muscle you've never bothered to develop. Feel this discomfort now. Let it sting. Let it embolden you to do something you've never done. Care. Maybe tonight you'll go home and look in the mirror longer than usual. Maybe you'll notice the tiredness under your eyes, the way your chin points down instead of forward. Maybe you'll think about the cheapness of the clothes you wear and the meaningless clutter in your pockets. Maybe. Or maybe you'll dismiss this as another passerby's cruelty and shrink further. That would be unsurprising. Predictable has always been your refuge. I want you to carry one image from this encounter. Me standing here telling you what everyone else only whispers. Keep that. Let it sit and fester until you can't ignore it. Some men need a wound to wake up. Consider this a superficial cut, a necessary pain that might finally prompt a reaction. Small wounds can lead to big changes if tended to properly. Will you tend yours? I doubt it. But the possibility exists, and that is what makes me relent. For now I will release you. Not because you deserve mercy, but because continued attention would be redundant. You know what I've said. You can repeat it to yourself until the words lose sting or gain meaning. Only you will decide which happens. Remember, people don't remember those who do nothing to be remembered. Your life is a series of unremarkable choices. Change one. Turn and walk. Not a sprint. Not a tiptoe. A normal pace, as if you belong in the world. You don't yet. But slip into that rhythm once or twice and it might stick. Take up space deliberately. Breathe as if the air were yours, not borrowed. Straighten your shoulders once. Just once. That motion alone will confuse people. They will do a double take. For a moment they will register you. That is all you need to start. Step away now. Keep walking until your shape shrinks into the distance. I will watch until the crowd swallows you. And when you are gone, you won't be free of me, not really. My words will echo. You'll hear them at odd hours. Sometimes whispers are louder than shouts. They stay with you, prompt tiny shifts, force you to reconsider complacency. Go. Fade back into the stream of faces and remember that being noticed is a double-edged sword. I noticed you today and I carved the truth into your memory. Use it poorly and you'll continue to be the invisible man. Use it wisely, absurd I know, and you might become someone who makes other people pause. But I won't be there to pat you on the back when you improve. That's not my job. I am the mirror, cold and merciless, reflecting what you refuse to see. One last thing before you disappear completely. Pathetic is not a permanent label. It describes a moment, a pattern, a habit. Habits can be broken. Patterns can be altered. Men can improve. But men who continue to excuse themselves with the same tired reasons never do. I've seen both kinds. Few change. That doesn't mean you can't be one of them. It only means the odds are stacked against you, which makes choosing to try all the more significant. Now go. And don't look back. If you do, you'll find I'm still watching, still cataloging, still waiting to see if the man I met today will ever become someone worth remembering.